Well, continuing along to the Wednesday, and it was no contest virtually from the 12th minute of the first quarter. Manly players had been lethargic against Parramatta. They'd had so many games and couldn't find any way round through or over the Parramatta defence, which was toughened up by Price, Leadleader and Bugden in devastating displays. After consecutive losses to Canterbury and South, Parramatta were magnificent, with Brett Kenny winning the man of the match of the ward and having a very skillful game indeed. A great bit of bomb defusing on that occasion, but the Manly side made far too many mistakes on the day. No credit can be taken away from the players in the Parramatta side. They did remarkably well. Look at the strength of Close here as he just throws Ella off with a handoff. Just threw him away like a little rag doll. The Parramatta side had the last laugh on the night. I think that nobody can argue about their great performance. I thought Manly were terribly flat. 12-0 Parramatta at half-time, 15-0 at three-quarter time. Ron Gibbs, that awful error late in the game for Lewis to score the try. And, you know, there was some fine performances. Muggleton did very well on the centre, for instance, for the Parramatta side. Sterling, Kenny, Price, Leadleader and Bugden were my two stars, but, you know, I do tend to look at front row forwards. That nice little kick through by Delroy, and up comes a try to Hunt out wide. And I do tend to, as I say, and I make no apology for it, seeing the fine side of front row forward play and second row play. There were a few little bits of biffo. Nobody got hurt in these. They're just little, shall we say, minor aberrations. Bugden had a little bit of blood in his eye on that occasion, wanted to get at Ron Gibbs. Gibbs didn't want to be involved in it, and I don't know whether I'd back away like that, though, Gibbsy. That gave the impression that you weren't terribly interested in being involved in it. There was a try from a bomb. That one came to Laurie. It was a Sterling bomb. The boys in the Parramatta camp look pretty happy about all that, as well they need to. They'd like to get that fella Mears back on the field again. And this awful, this great run here by Shearer, showing his enormous pace. That's Ella chasing him, and Ella can't make any impression, and Shearer's the ball carrier. It shows either that Ella's lost a touch of pace or Shearer's faster than we all think he is. Peter Wynn, too, I'm happy to say, came back to a bit of form in this game for the Parramatta side, and he needed to. And Kenny's magnificent footwork to go through around Bill Hardy, get the pass back on the inside nicely there to a well-positioned Hunt, who then gets it back to Kenny, and he steps and goes through Noel Cleal and was able to score the try. Now, this kick here, from no reason at all, that ball was going to go anywhere, and as it turns out, Gibbs gets it and then gets dispossessed of the ball in his own in-goal area, and the kicker scores a try, and he'll never score a softer one than that. And Gibbsy's got to guard that football, and they're right at the death. Cleal securing a bit of form after the previous two magnificent games he's had, able to get young Ronson in for a try. Again, just looking at that awful incident, this kick was going to go nowhere. There was no pressure at all for Manly. And then Gibbs takes it on the bounce, loses it in the first tackle. There it is, lying free. You don't get them any softer than that. That was the bloke that kicked it.